Hello, my name is Chris. In this video I will show you how to access the advanced build options and how to use them while working on your creations. Start by switching between flight mode and build mode while in a ship by using the Z key. To access advanced build mode, hold the left control button. You should see the options appear on the right side of your screen. If you want to access these features on a planet, asteroid, or space station, you will need to place a build block. Pressing R on the build block will bring you into the build mode for the structure. You cannot pilot a ship from a build block. Now that we know how to access these options, let's take a look at what we can do. Starting at the top, we can see the Remove Mode box and the Lighten box. Turning on Lighten Mode will lighten the entire structure that you are working on. This is useful for building in dark areas. In build mode, your build area is your cursor. It shows you where blocks will be placed. Turning on Remove Mode will switch your build area to show you where blocks will be removed. This is exceptionally more useful with larger build areas. Next, we can see the Center of Mass option. Ships rotate based on their center of mass, and so toggling this option will allow you to see exactly where that center of mass is inside of your ship. Below these boxes, you will see a set of sliders. These sliders control your build area and thus allow large chunks of blocks to be placed at once. You can also remove large amounts of blocks by using this feature. The maximum build area can be adjusted in the server config files. Placing large numbers of blocks can produce some lag, so be warned. A number of blocks can be turned into slabs. When you have them equipped, an additional slider will appear that you can use for placing these slabs. Next, we can see the orientation options. These will only appear for specific blocks. You can click on the arrows to cycle through the orientations, or scroll through them with the mouse wheel. This is the only advanced build mode option that will appear while playing as an astronaut. Under the orientation options, we can see the Undo and Redo buttons. These buttons will undo or redo any changes you have made to the structure. There are a limited number of undos you can perform, but that number can be altered in your config files. Next, you will see the options for copying, pasting, loading, and saving of objects. To copy a structure, start by clicking the Copy button. Once copy mode is active, the build area will highlight what you will be copying as you move your cursor over blocks. You can then adjust your build area to the desired size to copy the entire structure. Left-click to copy the selection. At this point, you have two options. You can paste the object or save the copied structure as a template. Templates can be loaded back in for future use in single-player or on multiplayer servers. To save, simply click the Save button. It will prompt you to name the template. You can load the template with the Load button, where it will show you a list of all your personal saved templates. Clicking the Paste button will allow you to place any loaded or copied structure to a new location. Once you have entered paste mode, it will render a preview of the object that you are about to paste. You can rotate this object with various controls. Pressing the page up and page down buttons will rotate the selection on its Y-axis. Holding left control and scrolling will rotate the selection on the X-axis. Holding shift and scrolling will rotate the selection on the Z-axis. Pasted objects will mirror themselves across symmetry planes. Next, we see a button called Create Docking. With this, you can attach a docked entity without getting out of the ship. Hit the button and left-click on the rail you wish to attach the new docked entity to. You will see the docker appear as a preview, and a highlighted cube indicating where your new core will go. Left-click to lock its position. Then use the scroll wheel to orient the core so it is facing the desired direction. The arrow you see will indicate the top of the core block and the direction it will face once you have finished. When you are satisfied, left-click again and name the new entity. At any time, you can cancel the process by accessing the advanced build mode options again. Next, we can see the options for Symmetry build planes. With these, you can set symmetry planes on your build and cut down on build time up to a factor of 8. To use, click Set next to the plane you wish to use. The symmetry plane will follow your cursor until you left-click a block, at which point it will lock into place. You will see a slightly opaque texture and lines indicating where multiple planes meet. You can toggle the odd sim box to tell the game to place symmetry planes through the middle of blocks or in between blocks. The Mirror Cubes box can be checked to ensure blocks are mirrored properly across symmetry. The Build Helper option makes it easier to create very specific shapes within StarMade. Clicking it will open a new window. There is a drop-down list of all the shapes available. If you toggle the checkbox when selecting your shape, you will be restricted to building only inside of the shape. Once a shape is selected, you can adjust the size and rotation of the object on all 3 axes. Once you have your desired settings, press OK. A visual representation of the shape will center on your cursor. Lock its position by left-clicking on a block. You can clear the helper or change whether to restrict the buildable area to the shape by accessing the Advanced Build Mode options again. Lastly is the Replace Remove filter. Click this button and a new window will pop up. In the filter, you can type the name of a block that you want to remove or replace. Select a block from the drop-down menu. There is also a checkbox here that lets you replace the selected block with one on your hotbar instead of completely removing the block. Once you have selected your options, press OK. You will only be able to remove or replace the blocks that you have selected in that menu. Adjust your build area to remove or replace more blocks at once. This feature also works with Symmetry mode. You can turn off this feature by accessing the Advanced Build Mode options again. That covers all of the Advanced Build Mode options. This is a big part of StarMade, and so learning how to use it properly will be its own reward in the long run. My name is Chris, and as always, thank you for playing StarMade.